Good morning, everyone. As part of the fuel filtration product group here at Schroeder Industries, my name is Aaron Keck, and I'm the application engineer for the fuel filtration product line. Today we'll be going over the BDFP. So the BDFP may sound familiar. You might have heard that topic of conversation in July. Today we're going to be talking about the BDFP, or the bulk diesel filter system, in a plate-mounted configuration. There have been some changes, some modifications made, very exciting ones, and we'll get into that here in a minute. So let's get started. First off, let's go through the BDFP product. Really, what has changed since our last presentation in July for the Fuels product group, as well as the same features, benefits, applications, and how to find out more about this product or the timing of this product. So what changed? We're still dealing with a high-efficiency fuel filtration system that is panel-mounted, but we're incorporating the use of the GHHF for particulate filtration and a new filter housing that will be also releasing in the near future, the GHCF for coalescing filtration. So these both provide the same high-efficiency particulate and coalescing that we'd expect in any of our fuel filtration product. And it still offers that same basic turnkey solution, essentially a stationary fixed to a plate solution that is easily panel mounted and allows for a number of additional multiple pump choices given the new filter housing. So let's go into detail. Currently, the features maintained are a robust mounting plate that the filter housings and the pump motor assembly are also attached to. The first filter in line in that process, these are going to be on the pressure side, is that GHHF pre-filter. So we're performing 3 or 1 micron for particulate removal filtration. Following that, we've got the GHCF coalescing filter. So this is that new filter housing that we'll be diving into. You'll be finding out a little more, especially for those attending our upcoming national sales meeting. And we're including the sump sight glass as standard as part of that product. Now, the unique thing is the change in pump motor group assemblies and the ability to go up to now 25 gallon per minute for flow under standard 120 volt AC 60 hertz single phase applications. And so now we're able to extend that flow rate beyond the original 14 gallon per minute, and we're able to do the same with an air operated double diaphragm pump. So some benefits: it really provides a turnkey solution. It's very simple and easily integrated into a fuel filtration panel or package solution. And the benefit is that you can easily use this product as a building block or a foundation upon which you can integrate your additional value add or capabilities at your location. So you can provide that value add to the end user or customer. Also, it offers a nice low-cost entry-level package. So many of the customers that we're finding with interest in this type of product are seeking a very basic, low-cost solution because many of them are very complex. The GHHF and GHCF particulate and coalescing filter solutions also help to reduce that price point compared to the previous KL3 and ICF filters, which helps to reduce that entry-level price point. Also, it helps to complement our other products. So like I had mentioned in July, beyond that, it does complement our other filtration products and contamination sensing products. Pair this with an FCU 1315, and you can now monitor the fuel condition, the fuel quality, and evaluate the system's performance. Beyond this, we can integrate particle counting switching capabilities and use that to operate a very complex system. For the end user, really integrating this into a package is as simple as 3 steps. Fastening the mounting plate to the fixed surface, whether it's in a panel, whether it's mounted to unistrut on a given site, or fixed to a large piece of diesel-powered equipment. Second, just plumb the inlet and outlet connections. We want to consider the entire system specs, and ultimately we want to find that information out from an end user to make sure that there isn't pressure relief considerations that we have to consider in addition to this unit. Also, the last step would just be supplying power to this unit, so that way it's just as easy as fixing it, connecting the inlet outlet, and applying power, and this unit is essentially ready to operate. Some additional end user benefits in the use of the GHHF and GHCF filters. Being an all aluminum filter assembly, we see a nice reduction in weight and also in overall footprint. That's largely due to the bottom bowl element removal process for both filter housings, which allows for minimal element removal clearance, which reduces the overall footprint of the panel or the design envelope that's needed to install this. Also, with the lighter housings, aluminum being fully compatible with diesel fuel and biodiesel, the overall cost of these components comes down, and so we've got a really cost-competitive standard filter solution package. Now, on top of that, a basic system, again, can integrate additional features like auto water drain, water and fuel sensor with indicator light, or more complex component integration like particle counting. And so really the limits of this are endless, but that basic package is what really provides a good, solid foundation for what our end users can then build upon as part of their fuel filtration or fuel polishing system. Some key applications that we would recommend looking into would be power generation, whether it's for data centers, hospitals, or other backup power generation applications. Mining, oil and gas, marine, mobile machinery, particularly large mobile machinery, as well as fleet or plant maintenance or even operations within fleets or plants. To give you an idea of what we're looking at for an example of an application success, there has been a large diesel generator component manufacturer who is interested in improving the system, largely driven by the customer and their interest in improving the fuel quality of the stored fuel underneath the generator unit. There was interest in incorporating a fuel polishing system. Now, the problem is that in the field, the fuel quality is really uncertain and most often substandard, really below what's needed for today's Tier 4 powered equipment. And so with no control of the fuel supply or fuel quality, especially given, a potentially global application of a generator component, also, the operator may not be knowledgeable or know how to follow clean fuel transfer procedures or processes. Beyond this, equipment uptime is absolutely critical, especially for backup power generation. So as a result, the BDFP panel-mounted solution really provided a cost-effective turnkey system for fuel polishing of the fuel found on that generator unit. And that really ensures that clean fuel is maintained, especially after a fueling event or during the operation of the unit. Also, the simple configuration really made it easy for this manufacturer to integrate this solution, essentially just following the 3 steps of mounting, plumbing, and powering up the unit to make it functional. Now, also, on top of that, the bottom element servicing helped to reduce the overall footprint and eliminate some additional clearance needed for, say, overhead element changes. In this case, we've got a minimal element clearance needed with about 2.5 inches below each bowl needed for that element service. So that really provides a much smaller footprint than what some competitive solutions offer. So who can use this product? Who's our targets? Really, again, fuel polishing system OEMs, tank fabricators or installs, or in this case, it was a generator component tank fabricator and installer. Fleet service and maintenance managers are looking for fuel polishing solutions for their bulk storage tanks for those fleet equipment, that diesel-powered fleet. On top of that, operations managers, even dealership service managers who are dealing with rental equipment, much like rental fleet managers, they're looking for ways in which they can keep the fuel clean that is going into their equipment as well as servicing their equipment. With that, if you should have any further questions about the BDFP product, please feel free to reach out to your inside sales support contact or to Rob Sabo or myself for more information or any questions you might have. We'd be glad to help you through any projects that you see interest or a need, and we'll gladly help you walk through that process. So with that being said, that wraps up our presentation for today. Thank you for your time and have a good afternoon.